wrote a really special arrangement for you of Silent Night. It's a chord melody, but it's all fingerstyle. Let's check it out. So this is a chord melody, so I'm going to play the melody, but also the chords. But it's also a fingerstyle piece. I'm going to be playing a continuous eighth note pattern throughout most of the song. Also keep in mind that this is in 3/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're going to learn some cool new chord shapes. Some of them may sound a little dissonant. I'm going to use the bass note a little bit. So I do have a low G on this, and it's really going to help to play this particular arrangement if you have a low G on your 4th string. It does work. I have played it with a high G, but you don't get some of that bass movement so much if you don't have the low G. And there's also some cool harmonics that happen at the end that I'll show you. So let's just jump right into it. Let me play the first part for you. What's going to happen here is I'm going to start with my first finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret. My 3rd finger's on the 4th string 5th fret, and I'm going to pinch those with my thumb on the 4th string and my middle finger on the 2nd string. So pinch that, so that's 1. And a 1, I'm going to use my index finger on open 3rd string, thumb on beat 2, string 4. Then I'm going to use my ring finger here on the open 1st string. Now I'm going to pinch on beat 3 here, except I'm going to now bring in my middle finger here on the 4th string 4th fret, and my 1st finger is still here on the 2nd string 3rd fret. I'm going to pinch that again with my thumb and middle finger, and then I'm going to hit the open 3rd string again. So that first measure sounds like this: 3 and 1. So all 8th notes. Now, when we move to measure 2, let me play it. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to slide my middle finger down to the 4th string 2nd fret, and I'm going to pinch the 4th string and the 2nd string. Those are my thumb and my middle finger in my right hand, so pinch that. 1, open 3rd string with my index finger, thumb on the 4th string, middle finger on the open 2nd string. Then I'm going to slide up and I'm going to hit the 4th string, 4th fret with my thumb, and then open 2nd string again. So the second measure, let's play it. Ready, and... So let's put together the first 2 measures. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Measure 3 is going to be just like measure 1, so let's do that again. Ready, and... Now measure 4 is very similar to measure 2, but slightly different. Let me play it for you. So what I do is I start off with my 2nd finger on the 4th string 2nd fret, and I pinch the 4th string and the open 2nd string, so that's the same. Open 3rd string with my index finger, 4th string 2nd fret with my thumb, and now I'm going to bring in my ring finger, hit to open 1st string, middle finger on the open 2nd string, 1st finger on the open 3rd string. The reason why I changed it is because this gives us a little time to get to the next chord, which is our G7. So if I play measure 4, it's going to sound like this. all open strings there. Now I can jump to this G7. So let's try now the first 4 bars. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Let me play the next couple bars for you on the G7. So there's a lot of repetition with the right hand, and there's a lot of what we call backward rolls when we're moving from the higher strings to the lower strings. So this next part here goes to a G7 chord, and this may be a new shape for you. Let me play it for you first. It's going to sound like this. And the way I'm fingering this chord is open 4th string. My second finger is on the 3rd string 5th fret. My first finger is on the 2nd string 3rd fret, and then my 3rd finger is on the 1st string 5th fret. And I'm going to pinch the 4th string and the 1st string with my thumb and ring finger, so pinch that. Then my middle finger is on the 2nd string, index finger is on the 3rd string, thumb on the 4th string, ring finger back to the 1st string, and my middle finger on the 2nd string. And notice this is all just holding the shape, so this is just a straight arpeggio. Then I'm going to slide down to our traditional G7 shape. I'm actually going to play the same right hand pattern, so it's going to go. So the shape for this G7 is open 4th string. My second finger is on the 3rd string 2nd fret. First finger on the 2nd string 1st fret, and then my ring finger is on the 1st string 2nd fret. And I'm going to pinch strings 4 and 1 again, and that's with my thumb and ring finger. Then my middle finger on the 2nd string, first finger on the 3rd string, thumb on the 4th string. Now back to the 1st string with my ring finger, and 2nd string with my middle. And this one is also just a straight arpeggio, so it's going to sound like this. Ready, and... Let's play those 2 measures of the G7. Here we go. Ready, and... Let me play the next 2 bars. We'll go to a C chord, so it's going to sound like this. Pretty cool. The C chord is just our traditional cowboy C chord, so open 4th string, open 3rd, open 2nd, and my 3rd finger's on the 1st string, 3rd fret. And I'm going to play the same right hand pattern that I did on those G7 chords. So it's going to pinch strings 4 and 1, then 2nd string, 3rd string, 4th string, 1st string, and 2nd string. All right, so let's just play that. Ready, and... Now this next chord is really cool sounding. Check this out. We've seen this shape before. It's first finger on 2nd string 3rd fret, open 3rd string, and then my 2nd finger's on the 4th string 4th fret. I'm going to pinch strings 4 and 2, and then with my index finger open 3rd string, thumb on the 4th string, middle finger back to the 2nd string, index on the 3rd string, and thumb again on the 4th string. So let's play that measure. Ready, and... All right, now we move to the 4 chord. But before we do that, let's just play up to that point. Here we go, from the top. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Let me play the next part for you. Ready, and... Those were the next 4 bars. So we're going to jump to an F chord here. This is a 4 chord. So second finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret, open 3rd, first finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and open 1st string. And I'm going to pinch the 1st string and the 4th string with my thumb and my ring finger. Then middle finger on the 2nd string, 1st finger on the 3rd string, hit the thumb on the 4th string, back to the 1st string with my ring finger, and back to the 2nd string with my middle finger. That's that same arpeggio pattern that we saw back on the G7 chord. So here we go. Let's try it on F. Ready, and. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pinky and I'm going to add it to the 1st string, 3rd fret, and I'm going to pinch the 1st string and the 4th string, and then middle finger on 2nd string, index finger on the 3rd string. And now, because of the melody is going to change, I'm going to go back to the 1st string, 2nd fret, and then pinch now the 4th string and the 1st string open, and then 2nd string. All right, so it's a little confusing. Let me play that measure there. Ready, and. Again. All right, so let me just go over that again now that you're here. So I'm going to, again, hold my F chord. I'm just going to add my pinky to the 1st string, 3rd fret. I'm going to pinch strings 1 and 4, and then 2nd string, then 3rd string. Now I'm going to go back to the 1st string, but I'm going to have to move the melody note to the 2nd string, 2nd fret, and then I'm going to pinch the open 1st string and 4th string, and then hit the 2nd string. All right, so let's play that. Ready, and 1 and 2 and 3. Let's play those two measures of the F. Here we go. Ready, and. Before I show you the next chord, I just want to really make sure you are bringing that melody note out. All the fingerstyle stuff is really cool, but you want to be able to hear that melody the whole time. All right, so we just finished the F. Now we're going to go to the C chord. It's similar to what we did at the beginning, but just slightly different. Let me play it for you. Ready, and. Pattern, the right hand pattern is slightly different. So it's going to be 3rd fingers on the 4th string, 5th fret, open 3rd string, my 1st fingers on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and then open 1st string. I'm going to pinch the 4th and the 2nd string, then open 3rd string, 4th string, ring finger on the 1st string, open, and now I'm going to pinch again the 4th and the 2nd string, and my fingers haven't moved, then open 3rd string. So let's just try that measure. Ready, and. A little bit of dissonance, and now I'm going to take my 2nd finger to the 4th string, 4th fret, and then open 2nd string. So it's pretty cool. It's got a little bit of dissonance in it. And all I'm doing here is my 2nd finger's on the 4th string, 4th fret, and then open 3rd and open 2nd. I'm going to start by pinching the 4th and the 2nd strings together, then open 3rd string with my index, thumb on the 4th string, middle finger back on the 2nd string, open, index on the 3rd string, and then back to the 4th string. All right, so that pattern's like this. Ready, and. All right, so let's play those two measures of the C. Ready, and. Now we're going to go back to the F chord, and we're going to play the two measures of F exactly like we did before. So let's try that. Ready, and. Now we go back to the C chord, and we've already seen these measures before. Let me play it for you. Remember those were like measures 3 and 4 of the beginning of the piece. So again, it's just C, and then here's the open strings. Because I'm going to go to the G7 chord here. We've seen this before. Nothing new there, but this is new. Check this out. All right, we'll get there. So going back to this G7, same as before. And now this G7, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide up and I'm going to hit the open 4th string with the 1st string, and my 1st finger is on the 8th fret. I'm going to pinch those. And then I'm going to have my 3rd finger ready to go on the 2nd string, 10th fret. And then open 4th string. So that's the first part of it. So it's 1 and 2. And then on the and of 2, I'm going to slide this shape back to the 5th fret and the 7th fret of strings 1 and 2. I'm going to pinch those. And I'm going to use my middle finger on the 2nd string and my ring finger on the 1st string. I'm going to pinch those. Then I'm going to slide back and I'm going to hold this shape like this. So it's 1st finger on the 1st string 2nd fret, and my 2nd finger is on the 2nd string 3rd fret. But I'm going to pinch the open 4th string and the 1st string. So I'm going to pinch that. And then I'm going to hit the 2nd string. All right, so this measure is going to sound like this. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and. So do it with me. And 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now we go to a cool chord, A minor. And that's just a backward roll. So what's happening here is my 1st finger is on the 4th string 2nd fret. My 3rd finger is on the 1st string 3rd fret. I'm going to pinch those two, so strings 1 and 4. And I'm just going to do a backward roll. So open 2nd string, open 3rd string, 4th string on the 2nd fret. Then I'm going to slide it up to the 4th string 4th fret, and then 1st string 3rd fret. So this pattern is going to sound like this. My fingering changes slightly on the left hand, so it's, and then we get to a D7 chord. This is going to be arpeggio. What I'm doing for this chord is I'm barring strings 1, 2, 3, and 4 at the 5th fret. My 2nd finger is on the 3rd string 6th fret, and then I'm going to put my 3rd finger on the 1st string 7th fret, so it's. Now I kind of roll into this chord, so when I'm coming from this A minor, I might use my pinky there on the 1st string, 7th fret as well, or my 3rd finger, either one. Then I'm going to slide up here to the 19th fret, and I'm going to do a harmonic. And so what I'm doing here is I'm just taking my 3rd finger and I'm placing it right over the 19th fret. I'm not pressing down on the string, I'm just barely touching, and I'm right over the fret, so right over the metal. And then with my middle finger here, I'm just going to lightly hit the string and get that chimey sound. And that's harmonic. So coming from the D7, it's, and then you slide up and get that harmonic. Now this next technique is on the C chord, and it's a little bit funky if you're not used to it. What I'm doing here with my left hand is I'm just holding a C bar chord, so barring strings 1 and 2 at the 3rd fret with my 1st finger, and then my 2nd finger is on the 3rd string 4th fret, and my 3rd finger is on the 5th string 5th fret. And I'm going to do this. So what I'm doing is I'm holding this C shape, and then with my ring finger here, I'm plucking a string, and then I'm hitting a harmonic. So plucking, harmonic. To get this harmonic, I'm going to take my index finger and I'm going to place it right over the 15th fret. That's exactly 12 frets away from my 1st finger here on the 3rd fret. I'm going to put it lightly, not press down, just barely touch the string, and then with my thumb, the downstroke, I'm going to pluck it and get that harmonic. So it's going to be open string and then harmonic. Open, harmonic. Then I'm going to move up to the 2nd string and do the same thing. Then I'll move up to the 3rd string and do the same thing. Except on the 3rd string, I'm going to be on the 16th fret where I'm going to get the harmonic. So hit the note and then 16th fret. So let's try this, all 8th notes. Then I'm going to do the same concept, except my 3rd finger is going to be on the 2nd string 5th fret. I'm going to hit the string and then hit the harmonic. And that harmonic is on the 15th fret. Then my 1st finger is going to go to the first fret, and I'm going to do the same thing, hit the string, and then hit the harmonic, but that harmonic's on the 13th fret. And then I'm going to go to the 3rd string, and my middle finger is going to be on the 2nd fret. I'm going to hit that, and then the harmonic is going to be on the 14th fret. So that measure is going to go. So that's fairly tricky if you've never done a harmonics. Let me play those two measures together, the C and then to the individual notes, which is part of a G7 chord. So here we go, ready, and. Then the very last note is going to be an open C harmonic, so just 12th fret of the 3rd string. And then, while it's ringing, you're going to come up here and you're going to grab this. And this is all just C notes. So you have the open C ringing, and then you're going to grab 3 C notes. And what this shape is my 2nd finger's on the 4th string, 5th fret. My pinky is on the C note that's on the 2nd string, 8th fret, and then my 1st finger's on the C notes on the 1st string, 3rd fret. I'm going to pluck those with my thumb, and then middle and ring finger. And you want to try to get it while this C harmonic is ringing out. So sometimes your fingers are going to touch it and stop it. But if you can do it without it, it's pretty cool. And that's the whole piece. I know it's a lot. It may take you some time to get some of these techniques down and to get this piece down. So just take it slow and do the best you can and just work it up. Let's try the whole piece together now. 1 and 2 and 3 and. That's going to do it for this lesson. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time.